For generations, buying a first home was considered a major life milestone. A recent survey found that more than 1/3 of Gen Z adults and nearly 1/3 of millennials don't believe they'll ever own a home. Local realtors say there are options out there. 9 News real estate expert Lane Lyon is back in studio this morning. Lane is a managing broker at Coldwell Banker. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, good morning, and thanks for having me on. It's important.
Yes, it is. Affordability, obviously, a huge concern right now, especially for first-time home buyers. Would you say that it's still an achievable goal?
Well, I would say absolutely yes.
Okay.
I know that it feels like everything is more expensive, and that is true. But what I'm finding is a lot of first-time home buyers still have the same desire. They're just putting this goal off a little bit later on in life.
Okay.
In fact, the National Association of Realtors recently took a look at the average age for first-time home buyers and came up, Corey, with the age of 40 years old today. That's up significantly. If you go back to the 1980s, the average age was 29 years of age. First-time home buyers make up 21% of the market right now. That is down significantly, and they're having to put more money down with that median down payment of 10%. And Corey, you and I were just talking. I was 30 years old. First house was $212,000. I was terrified.
Yeah, scary.
But you know, it ends up working out.
Yeah, I was 29 for my first house.
Right.
Also so scared.
But it ends up being a good investment for down the road, doesn't it?
A great investment, absolutely, if you can pull it off. So how are first-time buyers making it work?
Well, I think this is what I'm impressed with, is there's a lot of creativity out there because a lot of first-time home buyers understand the value of growing wealth for the future. So 59% of home buyers, first-time home buyers, are using personal savings to make that down payment. Sometimes it takes a little longer to save it up. 26% are using investments or 401ks, for example. 22% are receiving some family assistance out there. In fact, I see this sometimes, Corey, where a family member is even willing to front the entire cost, maybe with cash, and then they pay them back just to make it happen. Because I think a lot of people understand this is how you grow wealth for the future, and even though it's harder now, still a good investment.
But if, let's say, grandpa can help you with that down payment, with the idea that when you're going to sell it, you make the money back because it's a great investment.
Absolutely, and a lot of us did that,
that down payment can be so scary.
It really is, yeah, for sure.
That can be tough. Okay, so if someone's thinking home ownership is out of reach for me, it's just not going to happen, what would you say to them?
Okay, because you mentioned Gen Z and millennial, it just broke my heart to hear that they would think that this is not a possible, because it is attainable. And I would say look around. In fact, there was a number that I thought was staggering. There are more than 2,000 down payment assistance programs across the country.
Really?
Hard to believe. So do you qualify for something like that? I would say don't overlook new construction right now. Here in the Denver area, you can get interest rates at 4.9%. Backyard included sometimes, which is nice. Sellers are often willing to help you buy down your interest rate. In a market like this, sellers are more apt to help you. So you might think about something like that. And Corey, I will tell you that I see more and more people teaming up, families together. 1 in 6 homes right now are multi-generational homes. We have kids coming home from college this time of year and moving in with mom and dad to save up. It is something that a lot of people are keeping in consideration, and just say, let's move in together to make it happen.
I truly feel like if it is your goal, bucket list item to own a home, you can make it work. You have to piece it together, but there's ways to make it happen.
The American dream is still alive. It's just evolved a little bit. It looks a lot different, but it is still there, and I think that's the most important thing.
Yes, great message, Lane. Thank you so much.